John, this is the first elephant I've seen of your work. Why did you call him what you called him, and tell us a little bit about how you got to this piece?
Heartland, there was quite a journey with this piece. In fact, it was sparked by a memory of my childhood actually. I grew up in a little town. My dad had a menswear store right in the centre of town. At the back was the Oval, and the circuses used to come to town. And I was fascinated with the elephants. I was totally fascinated with the elephants. And they were so huge, you know, and their trunks would come out and just grace you sometimes. And, you know, the whole presence of them. And they're actually a gentle creature by nature. So, again, like the zebra, I wanted to do, you know, extend the work on presence out into other creatures. And so I tackled this large canvas. It's a large canvas, and
you couldn't paint a small elephant. No, do it justice, would it? So you've definitely done it justice in this one.
So, and I really wanted to. I'm working with bringing the background into the figure as well. So there's this continuous merging of form with space, and yeah, and it was a really exciting painting to do. As you can see. There's sort of tracks of the original drawings that went on, and just the movement of colour and paint. It's a very spontaneous, beautiful painting that I painted, you know, over a few days, and particularly when it was pouring rain up there. Actually, when I painted this, there's something about that came into that.
And I noticed with this one, it's very loose with the colours.
Yeah.
Like it's got quite a different style almost to some of your earlier work. Is that to represent anything in particular, or is that just what happened that day?
No. It's, in a way, it's again, as I explained, it's just really about trying to, in a sense, bring to our attention that there's nothing separate. You know, from the form itself, space is not separate. You know, there's no separation really.
Yeah.
So it was that concept really that was going on behind here, and of course, you know, the presence that's.
The eyes follow you.
The eyes, they follow you around, and if you make the wrong move, he may charge.
He's looking happy now, but he knows what happened.
Yeah, you know, he's actually okay. Just
no,
keep smiling.
He's very, he really holds your gaze.
Yeah, it was a thrill to paint. Yeah. It was a real, and you know, in fact, these paintings are simply, in the end, just the painting going on. The concept's dropped away, and it's just the painting.
Thank you, we love it. Very well, thank you. So, John, this is Dreamcatcher, the first sculpture we've had of yours in the gallery, which is a real treat. Thank you. And tell us about the different process of making sculpture to painting, and who knew you could do both?
Yeah. Well, this sculpture came at the end of the body of the painting work, so which was, you know, in a way, a fitting end to this, you know, body about totems, if you like, and the 3D aspect, taking the painting into 3D, is really exciting for me. I mean, but there's a lot of physicality with actually making these things. You know?
Yeah.
This is quite heavy. It's solid timber, kiln dried timber. It's beautiful camphor laurel under here, and so there's carving that's done with a chainsaw, you know, chainsaw with a 400mm bar, and then I decorate it, really, and in the style of the paintings. But I really particularly love these sculptures. I've done a few before of the dogs and horses. Not many. They're a rarity, really. So, and I probably won't do many. You know, it's you know, there's quite a lot of energy goes into these, and but I particularly enjoy doing this one because there's so much. I don't know. There's a strength that goes on here. I added some gold leaf, you know, just to add that sort of magical quality to.
So it's a Totem exhibition this evening, John, and this is one of the one of my personal favourites from this exhibition. So could you tell us a little bit about the title of this painting and how you came to get to this point?
Circles in Motion is the title that this painting ended up carrying, and that always happens sometime after, usually. Often it's difficult to, you know, come to a title that is fitting and yet open enough for the viewer to come into the painting. This is the first ever I've ever painted.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You actually nailed it on the first one.
And so I wanted to treat it a little differently in the manner that I normally treat my work. So lots of colour, which is light, and movement, and this, this continual movement, and of course, the presence here of the animal itself, and that's what brings us in to the painting. And I want the viewer to go into the painting, and then the painting go into the viewer. So there's this, direct engagement with the work, and dropping the concepts and just being with the work, being with the colour, being with the sensations that are here, and with the movement, and also, just this gentle presence that I wanted with the zebra.
And you really do get a feeling that you look at the painting, but he's really looking back at you too.
He's looking back at you and just asking the question, who's looking?
Yeah. And also the title Circles of Motion, I think, is so fitting because you really do get a feeling of energy within the zebra, like the freedom because of all the colour that's inside it. So, you really do get a feeling of wild animals.
Yeah, thank you.
These ones.
All of these works in this show are about energy. Initially, the work goes down with a lot of energy, and I'm working with composition, to get the composition right, and that's why there's traces of that still going on. But yeah.